or create opportunities for the run game, they'll have success.
Should be a good matchup, and we are underway in this key MEAC game. South Carolina State won the toss but deferred, so the Bears have things to get things going this afternoon. They're starting last week against Delaware. They're just 2 of 12 on third down. Taylor to throw it, fires, and he has the completion to Wilkins. Nice completion there, and that's a Bears first down. So they don't in distance for Morgan State, who struggled with time of possession as well this year, along with their third down problems. Sets up a screen, and it's incomplete. Third down coming up again for the Bears. Great honors this week in the MEAC. 3rd and 15 for Taylor. Taylor time to throw now. Here comes some pressure. Fires downfield and incomplete. Was looking for Hamler and over his head. Penalty markers add up on the Bears at times. Get the ball to Tyrese Nick, and Nick is tackled after a short gain. So Tyrese Nick, wide receiver position, too good of an athlete not to have the football to playoff bursts. He's the one to try to turn around the program. Trying to get the ball to Shaq Davis. Davis got a paw on it, but wasn't able to bring it down. And a 4th down coming up. So numerous weeks about how his team has to get more efficient on third downs. Taylor steps up in the pocket, fires middle of the field, has a completion of the first down and a whole lot more. And running room into Bulldog territory with that big Khalid down. So let's see if they can continue that success with a 3rd and 8. Ball is knocked back. 4th down coming up for Morgan State. And the big win over North Carolina Central. Trying to get Flowers going around the outside. Flowers gets to the 11-yard line before 0 for 1 on third down so far early in this first quarter. Fields to throw it and has Shaq Davis, who has the completion at the 25-yard line. The football's on the turf. Who has it? I believe Morgan
Did a great
State.
job. I was getting ready to say their defensive back number 1, Bruce Maddox, was playing too far off.
Let's see what they do on this third down. Here comes pressure. Taylor steps up and gets rid of it. A nice one-handed catch, and making his way towards the goal line is Hamler. 6.
Give him the touchdown. The ref checked with the other ref. Great job, one-handed catch. Good down the sideline. You see him cut back inside, but he stepped out, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's out. Over by the Bulldogs. Try to get 6. Taylor, nice, into the end zone. Well-designed play there. Everybody thought it was going to Johnson, and it was Taylor with a rushing touchdown from 2 yards out.
That's an even matchup because he was able to muscle through straight momentum right there. Just lower that shoulder, slip that tackle a little bit just to get into.
Was able to strip and get the ball away from Shaq Davis.
48, big fan of him, Yancey Washington.
On the run here, some running room. The biggest run play of the afternoon so far for Alex James and the Bulldogs, and that's in that turnover that turned into a Taylor 2-yard touchdown for the Morgan State lead. Nice little pass play set up here to get their wide receivers in space, and that is Tyrese Nick.
Astro, they feel comfortable in the situation.
Third down, 0-2 on third downs for the Bulldogs today, and Fields keeps it himself and knows exactly where to go for the first down. Picks up 4 yards and moves the stick.
Of Morgan State.
To your point, they're only averaging 106 yards a game on the ground. James gets across midfield into the Bear territory before he was stopped. Staying on the ground to Alex James, and he pushes the pile, and the football's on the turf again. Morgan State comes up with their Morgan State offense with a 7-0 lead. Taylor's going to keep it himself after faking it to Graham. Taylor across midfield in the Bulldog territory and gets up. There you look at B.J. Davis, who's just had a tremendous season. Graham gets a nice run here. You see Davis makes the stop, trying to bat that football out of Graham's hand.
And you know what set that? Taylor.
Longest run of the day for Graham of 12 yards. They stay on the ground. Alfonso Graham making people miss. So back-to-back 12-yard runs for Alfonso. Defense forced against the Bulldogs. Alfonso Graham gets the call, and he is in the red zone and still moves the pile. Alfonso Graham picks up 11 yards. State looking to add to their 7-0 lead. Deuce Taylor had a 2-yard touchdown run. That pass.
That's a lateral.
Backside, so that's a free football, and South is Keith all the way for the South Carolina State Bulldog touchdown.
And the reason why that was a lateral, because Deuce Taylor got quick.
Forward pass, incomplete. It will bring up third down at the 7-yard line. Clock operator.
It's a huge turnaround right there. Taylor's going to throw it. Steps up in the pocket. He has pressure and he's sacked. Great job by South Carolina. Great pursuit. getting out. This season kicking field goals as a 20-yarder. Leary's kick is up, and it is good. So Morgan State takes advantage of the second. South Carolina State will have the football back, and let's see what they do with it. Ball's misplayed and muffed at the 1 on the return. Down the sideline, there's a penalty marker down and knocked out of bounds at the...
For 6 here defensively for Morgan State.
Fields throws and incomplete. He was looking for Rakeem White. Deuce Taylor, the sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, in at quarterback, and he's going to run. And he's tackled at the 45-yard line. Good containment there by the Bulldogs. Taylor wasn't able to break 12. This is a big down for Morgan's defense again to get their team a decent field position. And of course, South Carolina State wants to convert and won some MEAC titles when he played at South Carolina State. He's just a legend. Taken from the 45-yard line and on the return, and returns are dangerous for Morgan State. And getting upfield on a real nice read. Morgan State in the red zone. The 18th catch of the season for Hamler, 3 today. Bouncing to the outside, Alfonso Graham. How about the speed? Alfonso steps down for the league's leading rusher. Rushing touchdown numbers. Alfonso Graham and Jarrell Johnson didn't run all over him today. The extra point for Leary is up and good. And the MEAC Conference. Bulldogs offense has struggled so far. The pitch to Flowers, and Flowers is hit backwards, and another great job by Morgan State. Just
Jalen Boyd drove on that ball rather well, read the route perfectly.
Here is Taylor. Intercepted. And this is where Nichols going to return it to the house. Had the big interception last week to ice the game against North Carolina Central, and he gets his 3rd interception of the season.
Nichols, the Richard Sr., just jumped that, made the pick, and had the wherewithal to get to the sideline. Had some great blockers out.
57-yard interception return. Taylor has now thrown 8 interceptions, and the extra point is up and is good.
The invitation.
They just kept winning it. Of course, South Carolina State, their first opportunity in the Celebration Bowl last year, they got the win. Sack. Deuce Taylor sacked in that backfield. Aaron Smith.
Interested to see how he responds.
3 of 7 on 3rd downs. Let's see what Deuce does here. Steps up in the pocket, now backs away, eyes downfield, penalty marker down, and the ball was nearly intercepted right in the hands.
It's a big man.
Biggest punter in the FCS, I believe. A run on the outside, up close to midfield, and a nice run there by Alex James. You see his explosion. His favorite baseball team, the Atlanta Braves, do, but Buddy Pugh, the dean of MEAC football. Great job in the backfield. James is tackled for a big loss. There's a penalty marker down. They blew that down, and 10 for the Bulldogs. Little pitch, maybe an opportunity to pass for Nick. Nick throws it and has the completion to Flowers. So you already kind of foreshadowed. Dogs scored. Their offense hasn't put points on the board as of yet. Fields throws and has the completion to Jordan Smith down inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 2 or 3.
Football.
So Fields.
And you saw Fields just kind of drop it right into the honey hole for his big-time wide receiver, number 3.
After being down 17-0.
Quarterback power.
That is Nick. Nick's going to keep it, reaches for the goal line, and gets the football across the goal line for the touchdown. Tyrese Nick with the 2nd touchdown.
In Khalil Ellis. And once you saw the running back go out in motion, that's a trigger right away for the defender.
Keen on homecoming the last time they were here at Hughes Stadium. Nick gets on the board with a touchdown here to bring this thing a little closer as the extra point.
In at the East-West Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, he had a huge East-West Shrine Bowl. That's where he really got noticed. Good run here by Johnson. Jarrell Johnson be able to spin off a tackle and get a 1st down, and a report on ESPN+. Taylor steps up in the pocket. Is going to have to keep the football and gets smacked at midfield. Hit from behind, but Taylor's made the big hit, number 43 for the Bulldogs. Taylor throws downfield. Oh boy, he had a man wide open. Hamler was wide open on 3rd down in the first half. Let's see how Corey Fields does here. Fields time to throw the football, and he has the completion, and that'll be a 1st down. Macy makes the catch. That's his 6th catch of the season, and a 1st. Miller is 25 yards. The rushing touchdown as well in this game. Alfonso Graham, stiff arm, and rides out of bounds right before the 49 yards, averaging about 5.5 yards a carry. Taylor keeps it himself. Taylor, a lot of running room up the middle. Taylor with a nice run. Nearly gets to the sticks, a 9-yard pickup, and 4 of 10 on third downs in that first half. Taylor has time to throw, and the penalty markers down in the backfield, and the completion to Avery Jones.
And only had one option that was really open.
3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Fields fires across the middle. The ball's still up in the air, looking for Nick. 2nd down after that run by Graham. Taylor pump fakes, throws to the middle as a man open. And that is Anthony James Jr. with a big catch. Only his 8th champs here at home. Graham bounces to the outside and tries to get downhill and gets a couple of yards. 4th down coming up. Corey Fields, 8 of 21, just 70 yards passing, going downfield, looking for Shaq Davis. Davis has the catch. What a pretty throw over the shoulder, and Shaq Davis with goals this season. And the 29-yarder is blocked by the Morgan State special teams. That's big. And then they're going to try to return the football. Hunter on the return. Hunter going downfield. Hunter tackled in Bulldog territory at the 4.
Football Rasputin today, still alive.
Johnson spins to the outside. Johnson with a nice run, still spinning. Johnson ends up with 14 yards in that. Taylor throws to Crawley, who has the catch at the 5-yard line, very close to the first down sticks. Johnson again, and he's tackled in the backfield. Play was blown up. B.J. Davis was 2 on field goals this season. Already has one today, and a 19-yarder is good for Leary. He had a 26 yards on the ground here today for the Bulldogs. They pull it out. They have the completion right there. Coming out with the 3 of them. And a 3rd and 10 for Fields. Fields. This ball's intercepted, pick 6, and diving in the end zone right on cue, our all-Emory Hunt player, Javion Morton, with the pick. How about that? All-MEAC first-teamer Javion Morton with the pick 6, and the extra point is up and good.
He's the receiver.
3rd and 9 for Nick, in at quarterback for the injured Fields. Nick's pass intercepted, back-to-back picks for the Morgan State defense. And that is Wooden. Jay Wu with the final Saturday in October. Fall's almost over. It'll be soon time for winter. Alfonso Graham, fresh legs for Graham, and he's in Bulldog territory, and he rips one for 14 yards and a 1st down run for the leading.
But the difference here is the offense has started to take control and have some success.
Graham to the outside. He has running room. Graham cuts it up towards the middle. Still Alfonso Graham. He cuts back, and he's in for the score. What a run, Alfonso Graham. That is a textbook.
Great job sealing the edge. And this is where he shows his true talent, his specialness as a back, just weaving through defenders in and out of traffic like a New York.
Everywhere. That was beautiful. Leary with the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good if this holds up. Fields to throw. Has the catch at the 39-yard line, and they Smith, the redshirt freshman. Fields to throw. Shaq Davis with the catch and coughs up the football. It's a scoop. It's going to be a scoop and score for Coleman. And another defensive touchdown. Coleman scoops it, scores it.
1-2. That's a football move. That ball is out. You would think he had control. And that's going to be what they're looking at right now.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's now a 40 a couple of weeks ago. So we got a new quarterback in for South Carolina State, and running is their quarterback.
Here and throw in this situation.
See what Franklin does on this pass play. Franklin is going to be sacked by Elijah Williams, his 5th sack of the season for the sophomore. So 3rd and 16. Franklin to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Another interception. How about that? Jordan Johnson. But things would have been a lot different if they were able to win that game on homecoming.
Which is funny because during that game, what we said that last drive, they kind of played passive that last series.
So South Carolina State, Franklin in at quarterback. scrambles, and he's going to run it. Franklin tackled at the 40-yard line.
A lot of the linebackers here today for Morgan State.
Franklin's going to keep it himself, looking for the first down, has it, and slides down across the 30-yard line. Slid at the
Texas. You know who else is from Waxahachie, Texas?
Who?
Tevin Campbell.
Oh.
Grammy Award-winning singer. Can we talk for a minute?
Great song. Goal for the Bulldogs, who only have one offensive touchdown. Remember, they had that pick six. The defense got on the board for them. The handoff blown up. Nothing there.
For Deuce Hill, I thought he played a solid game today.
3rd and goal for the Bulldogs. Looking to get on the board, and a sack. Down goes Franklin. All games airing on ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.